What is Plan B Passport?
Well, there's no Plan B Passport anymore. My company, Plan B Passport, just got acquired by Citizen X. So it's Citizen X now.
Okay, what's the difference between this and a regular passport?
Well, we help Equators to obtain second citizenship in different jurisdiction. So there's no difference. It's just a different country from where you get the passport from.
And how do you guys do that?
Basically, a handful of countries in the world has a citizenship by investment program which allows you to donate to the government or to invest in the local economy, which qualifies you for a second citizenship.
What countries?
Salvador is a big player now. Portugal has a program. Turkey, Serbia, all this jurisdiction provide you with citizenship by investment programs.
This is like literally from the sovereign individual.
It is. Nation states now can't print money, right? Because the money are no longer printed by whatever centralized institution. So now this asset that has radical ownership and unseizable, borderless, and not controlled by the government, they have to compete for it. And by competing for citizens, that's how they get the highest Bitcoin per citizen ratio. So this free market competition is now evolving. El Salvador is the first one to jump on it. And the one asset that can issue right now to buy Bitcoin is citizenship. So El Salvador is selling Bitcoin, buying Bitcoin, acquiring Bitcoin by selling citizenship for 9.5 BTC right now.
That's fascinating stuff. Also, thanks to something like Bitcoin, despite what you hear on television, the wealthiest people on planet Earth actually pay like a far greater proportion of the taxes than everybody else does. And when everybody's saying, hey, tax the billionaires, we're not taxing the guys who already pay all the taxes enough, well, guess what they're going to do? Like, they're going to go somewhere else where they don't have to pay any taxes. Once these people leave, now your city has, the city's already been recklessly spending money, is already recklessly in debt. Once these ultra rich people that even contribute to the majority of the tax revenue, once they leave your city, state, country, etc., you have no more revenue coming in. It means the police don't respond to things. It means the schools can't teach you anything. It means the roads don't get fixed. It means the fire department doesn't respond to emergency. And my theory, Katie, is that like all this progressive bullshit that you see with these Soros-funded DAs to fund the police, all this equity training, this woke garbage that they're teaching like in the schools, it's being done because they already know that they're no longer going to be able to finance this stuff anyway. So let's manufacture consent for defunding this. Oh, we can't finance education anymore. We can't pay for school. Fine. We'll just have drag queens read to kids so that so that we can just gut the public school system anyway, since we can't afford to pay for it regardless.
Yep. You know what? Everything you describe is exactly what's happening right now in the UK. There's insane capital flight. The wealthy citizens are leaving, and the middle class and the lower class are the ones paying for it. Their taxes keep going up. They're already not living really well. There's homelessness everywhere. It's ridiculous. But with Bitcoin, again, the free market competition between nation states, like in the sovereign individual book, it's evolving, and now they have to compete for you. And the way they compete is by better prices and better quality. So for the first time ever, the nation states and governments are incentivized to be better, which is going to be a huge change, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I think it's also scary because it's going to leave a lot of people behind. And there's no guarantee that you don't get left behind as well. And so you are going to see a big difference between the haves and have-nots. And a large percentage of the people are going to be have-nots based on what you see around you. But the haves, hopefully, are going to build such a strong community that, on an overall scale, the world gets better and you're still bullish on humans. But you can also be bullish on humans while realizing that places like New York, LA, San Francisco, Chicago, there's no saving them.
Yeah, well, in reality, once the free market, like economic freedom really evolves, then even those who are left behind will feel better. Because in economic prosperity, the lower class is rising as well. So yeah, let's just get to true economic freedom. Bitcoin is the radical ownership asset. The private property has always been the most important piece of economic freedom of the country. So I believe that those who are left behind will be taken care of as well, just because the average will go up. And those who are staying humble and stacking sats will benefit.
Yes, I agree. Although, in the end, the people staying behind will benefit eventually, but there's going to be a generation or two that will not benefit and are going to suffer in ways that I don't even want to think about, and it's actually horrifying. And it's one of those things where you're like, oh, I see where this train is headed. You got to do everything you can to get off and find a flight to safety, and that's kind of really like that's almost like what this conference should be about, what these events should be about. And you tell as many people as who wants to listen, but I live in reality. Most people right now don't want to listen.
Facts. And they don't have a chance to listen because they're on this wheel just trying to run as fast as they can, living paycheck to paycheck. They don't have $5 to spare to DCA. Yeah, lots of people there, and the reason they are there because they've been left behind already.
Yeah, sad stuff. Anyway, Katie, how do we get a hold of you?
Say again?
How do we get a hold of you?
Oh, I'm Plan B Passport on Twitter.
Okay, awesome. Love it. This is so fun.
Yeah. Was I able to match this energy, man? He's quick.
You were good. I think you were really good. I hope I did okay with the questions, right?
It was perfect. No, it was great. Great.